go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Daddy on me. Daddy on me. 1, 2, 3, go.
What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video. And today, man, I am here to report the latest and greatest Reddit news. So let's get straight into it, man. And starting off, we're going to come with something that was a little bit new. It's not really draft news, but it is still news for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm kicking off with the Raiders are expected to have significant interest with linebacker, former Jaguar, former Alabama star, Dylan Moses. Now, let me give you a rundown really quick on Dylan Moses. Now, he's only 23, 6'3", 240-pound linebacker. He signed with the Jaguars as a UDFA. As we all know, he had that torn ACL, which is kind of what made it drop a little bit for him. But before the torn ACL, he was highly regarded as one of the top linebackers in the draft that he came into. Now, he was projected to be a second, maybe a third round pick that year, but with the injury, it dropped him very, very far. On top of that, he had a stellar sophomore campaign with the Alabama Crimson Tide, and that year, people were expecting him to possibly come out after that sophomore season because he was looking like the top, if not one of the top 2 linebackers in that year's draft class. And he decided to go back to school, get his stuff done, and things happen. Injuries, draft stocks start to lower. But after that sophomore campaign, he was regarded as possibly a first-round talent. Now, a little bit more to know statistically. In 3 years at Alabama, he recorded 192 tackles, 22 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 pass breakups, 3 forced fumbles in 35 games. So if you ask me, a guy that had high upside coming out, but due to injury, got kind of dropped off in terms of the draft profile and draft stock, I would not be mad if the Raiders go out and bring him in. Now, do I expect him to burst onto the scene and become some linebacker that the Jaguars, completely missed out on? Maybe not. But what I always say is pressure makes diamonds. That's a big saying in what everything I do, man. Pressure makes diamond. Competition gets the best out of everybody. And simply, if you bring in a guy like this that has this much upside, this much talent, I like that, man. You have a young linebacker in Divine Diablo. You got a veteran in Denzel Perryman. You got Jayon Brown possibly being able to move, Micah Kaiser possibly getting a 53-man roster spot and maybe having Jonathan Abram, move into that linebacker role this year. I'm all for bringing in another linebacker. I really like the linebackers that are in this year's draft. So if we don't bring them in, I wouldn't be too worried or too mad about it because I really, really am impressed with the linebackers in this year's draft. So if the Raiders are expected to have significant interest in this linebacker, I am all for it, man. I absolutely love bringing in big talent. I love bringing in big talent, and he's a kind of guy that he's kind of been hit with that injury bug. But if you know what? If he doesn't make the roster, he doesn't make the roster. Doesn't really do too much as far as hurt us. So let me get into the next news of the day, and that is being that the Raiders have held yet another top 30 visit with another cornerback. This time it is cornerback out of Ole Miss, Dean Leonard. He's 22 years old, 6'2", 202 pounds, a little bit of a bigger frame, more pro-ready frame, right? He's already built. In 18 games in Ole Miss, he recorded 63 tackles, 14 pass breakups, and something to notice and a trend that we've all been seeing. He ran a blazing 4.36 40-yard dash at his pro day. Currently, he's only projected to be maybe a 7th-round pick, more like an undrafted free agent guy. So, again, the Raiders doing their due diligence with another cornerback and another blazer. With that being said, today the Raiders officially met with their top 30 visits in Tariq Woolen. As we know, 6'4", converted cornerback from wide receiver, ran a 4.26 at the combine. He's a blazer. On top of that, we already officially today met with Kalon Barnes, cornerback out of Baylor, track team over there. They got some runners. He ran a 4.23 at the combine. So we are really meeting with these guys that can really, really blaze. And the reason why I think that we're doing that is because if they do not pan out at their set positions, maybe if it's corner, whatever, they can give the Raiders some, not some versatility, but they can give the Raiders depth, right? Let's say you pick up Kalen Barnes. He doesn't work out at the cornerback position, but guess what? You have yourselves one of the top gunners in the NFL in terms of punt team and kick team. So what that means is that you're going to put him all the way at the outside when it comes to kickoff and punt team, and you're going to expect him to be the first one to the ball every single time when that ball is kicked off, which having a guy that's 4.23, 4.26, 4.36 speed, it helps, man. It helps for sure. That's why you saw guys like Zay Jones being on that punt team, even though they were a wide receiver, right? Last year, Tyron Johnson, even though he's a wide receiver, he can blaze. He can get down the field. So very, very, very interesting to see that the Raiders are still meeting with that cornerback position and with these speedy guys. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. Is there a corner right now that you would love for the Raiders to meet with as a top 30 visit? A lot of guys relate Kobe Bryant, Tariq Woolen. I know a lot of people are happy about that after the phenomenal combine that he put out and the numbers that he showed. So let me know if you made it this far into today's video. Let me know who is your number one prospect by name that you want the Raiders to end up on this roster after the draft. Let me know in the comment section down below. But Raider Nation, that will be it for today's video. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment in the comment section down below. Please, we are super close to that 5,000 subscriber mark. It would mean the world to me if we can get there. Nevertheless, I love you guys, Raider Nation, and stay safe. Have a blessed day, and I'm out, y'all.